Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Me and my dad were living with my grandmother, and she recently passed away.
I'm sorry.
And thank you. The situation, I guess, we were looking to buy the house, and I didn't really want to buy it unless it was given to me, and that was in conversation, but we didn't quite get to it. And my dad has always been supported by her, and since she's passed, is still not really going to work. The reasons why he never really went is because he's an alcoholic. My boyfriend, he wanted to buy the house, and I'm a big fan. I know you're not supposed to do that. So we did start the process of the mortgage lending, and now my boyfriend doesn't make enough, and then my dad's credit is too bad, so it really would only work if all three of us were in on it. But now that my dad still isn't proving to me that he can go to work, I guess I'm just looking for financial advice, what to do here.
Please, 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 please don't do what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. You know in your guts that this is not a good idea. Please don't. And I know it will be hard, it'll be uncomfortable, and your dad will get mad, and you're going to feel guilty, all those things. Please don't do this.
Yep, because I'm still in debt. My boyfriend is still in debt. Do we just buy
Think
a
of it this way.
different house?
Think of it this way. The bank's job is to lend money. And they looked at your boyfriend and looked at your dad, and they said, y'all's situation is so uncertain and unsafe that we will not do business with you. Please don't. Like, not to mention, like, the mess and the legal mess of buying a house with a boyfriend and how to untangle all that mess. And I know you're going to be together forever because we're in love. I know, but we wouldn't have a show if that didn't work out all the time. And then you throw a dad with some significant challenges, man. It is just a recipe for you being just destroyed financially, your romantic relationship ending up in ash, and then you and your father having I mean, you've tangled business with substance abuse, with lifetime of you two having challenges with grief. I mean, it's just such a wreck. Walk away. Go get an apartment. Please, please, please go get an apartment.
How old are you, Emily?
I'm 24.
Okay. Yeah. No, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, there are so many things in this. And in a weird way too, Emily, I feel like sometimes you can call it God, you can call it life, whatever you want. There's just closed doors that happen. And it's like there's closed doors continuing to happen. You didn't have the conversation with your grandma. The bank isn't allowing, your dad to fully have it, and then also the boyfriend, and then you're going to have to come into play. I mean, like, there are all of these things that are stopping you, and I think is it your sentimental, the sentimental idea of owning this house from your grandmother, or is it just I want to own a house? Like, what? Give me some of the thought behind it for you.
Right. So this year we just got on the. My boyfriend and I were like, hey, we're going to pay off our debt. We were going to, get engaged and buy a house this year. But then when this happened, I guess now it just kind of feels like, I know my dad has bad credit. And when he gets this money from once the house is sold, there's 3 other brothers. So he'll probably get like $50,000. I know if he gets that, he's just going to drain it. He can't go buy a house. So I guess part of it kind of felt like an obligation to what's going to happen to him. I know that's not my responsibility, and I thought it would be easier to move on until it really came to, like, I don't know what he is going to do,
This is a really, really hard thing for me to say.
Yeah.
But you can't save your dad in this situation.
Yep, it's not my responsibility. I understand.
And I'm glad that, I know the cool thing these days is just to write off your parents. I don't believe in that. And I believe hanging in there as long as you can outside of like really abusive situations. And the thought of taking care of my parents, like that consumes a lot of my thinking. So that's not a bad thing. This isn't you helping him with bad financial decisions. And this isn't you helping an elderly parent. This is you thinking that maybe now he's going to look at you and say, I'm proud of you. And that he's not going to.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And you've been looking for that since you were a little bitty girl, wondering why is he picking the bottle over me, and has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the fact that he's got demons, man. And alcohol for him works right now. And he's going to have to walk through that.
Yeah, I understand.
And I hate that for you. I hate it for you. I do. I really do, man.
And Emily, too, I would give you a little bit of word of caution with your boyfriend and even just the mixes of finances. Because as you were saying, we were trying to pay off our debt and all of this. Keep everything separate. And if you're working to pay off debt, that's incredible. But be paying off your debts. How much debt do you have?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me doing mine, him doing
Perfect.
his.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
Good. Yes.
The
That's
number
great.
of people
We
who
just
call
know
the
the
show
goal.
and she's paid off all of his debt and then he finds some new hot young thing at the water park or whatever weird, like you know what I mean? So yeah, you pay off yours. Y'all can be each other's cheerleaders. Y'all can high five each other, but yeah, don't pay off his debt yet.
Okay. And so you guys recommend apartment, save to buy the house, then get engaged?
No.
Get
an
engaged.
apartment.
Get engaged whenever.
Yeah, get engaged today.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are doing
Okay.
it, just do it now. Get engaged. Get married.
Okay.
I would be completely debt free and have a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then save at least a 5% for a down payment.
Okay. 5% for a down payment. Okay.
And so that's probably going to be, what do you make?
What was that?
How much money do you make?
I make, I think it's like 35 after taxes.
How much do you owe in debt?
I have one auto loan, and it was for my grandma, actually, to get her boat around. She bought a boat her last summer because she said life is too short, and she spent her funeral money. So it's a truck. It's a $14,000 truck.
Can you sell it?
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
I would sell it
How
this
much-
weekend.
Yeah, have you looked into if you sold it private seller, what it would come to?
I haven't yet. I think this all kind of just hit me today of like,
Okay.
well, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, for sure, Emily. No, and I'm so glad you called. So I would just go on Kelley Blue Book, type in the information. You know, it'll ask you some questions, and just don't do a dealer. You know, do a private sale. You'll get more that way. And yeah, and that would be huge.
You're free. Then go buy a $5,000 Camry that will run forever.
Yes.
And then you're off to the races. And can we?
Okay.
I want you to see this. You have a real life picture. Most don't have this. You have a real life picture of what it looks like to not take care of your finances, to burn yourself to the ground trying to prop somebody else up who's not interested in your help, and then asking your granddaughter to buy a car so that you, in your last few months and years, can YOLO. You have a picture of that.
Yeah.
I want you to try to consider what it would feel like to not owe anybody any money, to have your own house, to have a job where you're making more than $35,000.
Savings in the bank.
You got savings in the bank. You get what I'm saying? Peace.
Yep.
Peace.
Yep.
Let's solve for peace.
Yeah, Emily, stay on the line. Christian's going to pick up, and we're going to give you Financial Peace University. This is our 9-lesson course, and you can just binge those videos just to kind of get
Make
the
boyfriend
basics.
watch it.
Yeah. You guys sit down together and watch it.
That
Seriously.
was already the plan.
Oh, good. And we'll give you every dollar premium so that you can start really working this feeling of what John's saying, kind of painting this picture of, what does this look like to actually have a plan for my money? Not only month to month, but in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And it's an amazing thing. I mean, it is so possible. And you're 24 years old, and you are going to be able to make so many changes in this.
you.
But there's
I
some,
appreciate it. I'm a huge fan.
yeah, no, we're so excited for you. And there's some relational hurdles there too in your life.
Yeah, hey, can we make no mistake? This is gonna be awful.
Yeah.
Your
Just say
dad's,
no to the
your
house.
dad's gonna
Never in
your
real life
dad is gonna
that
make you feel
today.
so guilty, and he's gonna blame you, and you can block him, and
Yeah.
you cannot respond. But this is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not the next right thing.
Yeah. Emily, thanks for the call. Stay away from water parks, right?
I'm
Make sure
telling
you're-
you, those boys go to water parks and they find new.
Oh my gosh.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.